Hey buddy, what are you doing having a clamber? Do you want some water? Is that what you're going for? This is how you water your cam. You gotta pump it up. It usually works better with 2 hands, and then you start your little gentle drips. I didn't do it right, damn it. Okay. Hi, welcome to the video. You tighten it and you go like this. Hey Casper, you thirsty? Gentle squeeze. Have some sips. Show the camera. Show the people how good you sip. Sip it. He's not interested in sips. If he's not interested in sips, I like to just give his leaves a good douse in drips, so maybe he can lick the leaves later if he fancies. And it looks like our man needs some more food. He needs some more bugs. So we're gonna sort that out too today. Always make sure you loosen the pressure on the drinking bucket. Now, if you don't like looking at bugs, turn off the video. This has been a trigger warning. Here are this is his meals. Locust Large Maxi Pack. Look at them go, they're so ready to be eaten alive. So we gotta put them in this bag, plastic bag, and this is his calcium dust. We gotta make sure he has his calcium. He needs strong bones to do his clambers. I think my dad's coming home. Shh. I'm making a video on how to take care of the chameleon. We have to snip this bit. Now you have your very best snippers handy. Carefully snip along this edge. Once you've done snipping, you will now be able to remove the lid with ease. Now you don't want locusts to escape and bounce around your house and lay little locust turds on the ground. So you got to be careful with this. You gently put your box of bugs in here, remove the lid, and now they can be free to jump out because they'll be caught in the bag. Give this little egg box thing a little shake. Get the bugs off it. Look at them go. Look, off they go. Next, we can insert the calcium powder. And don't overcoat your bugs because he doesn't need that much, they just need a dusting. I say about like that much. It's a tiny bit, I don't know if you can see. Give it a shake. Can you see the dusting? They're dusted. I think they're ready to go into their new home. Then you just pour them straight in there. There's your cam's meal for the next couple days. They'll make their way up to the light, and that's where Casper likes to hang out too. So he'll see them and he'll give them a munch. Come on, buddy. I like to pick up his tail and his little body. If his tail isn't holding on to anything, he gets nervous, but he should be fine. Like he'll try and grab onto something. Yep, I'm sorry, buddy. Here he is in my hand. We'll take him to the window. He loves to look outside. You having fun? Did you hear that? He just made a sniff. You having fun? The best part of a cam's day is bowl time. Cams like to take their time when they move, so let him go at his own pace. Good boy, you being a good boy. Hold me. Hold me. Good boy. Come on, let's go. Welcome to Chameleon Facts number 2. I've learnt some new things about taking care of cams since I last made my Chameleon Facts video. So I thought I'd share that with you guys today. Everybody loves to see Casper's handsome face. I don't know if I mentioned in the last video. I think I did. But cams like to shed their skin, and he has recently been shedding. You can see on his eye a bit. He likes to wear his skin monocle, makes him look real fancy. I've learnt some things about making sure your chameleon is healthy. So the major things to look out for are the bendy bones. If your chameleon isn't getting enough calcium in his diet, the bones can get bendy. I'll put a picture here. It's quite frightening. I've looked into it to see what to look out for, but it's quite scary. So Yeah, if your chameleon's arms start to bend or the spine starts to curve a bit, then you might need to give it some more calcium. He sure does like to climb on the camera every time I have it out. Another one is sunken eyes. This applies to pretty much any animal. If his eyes look sunken in, like in this picture here, means he's dehydrated and he needs some more drips. So at least offer your chameleon water at least 3 times a day. Your chameleon will know when it's thirsty. Another thing to look out for, bright eyes. Make sure he's got bright eyes, make sure he's alert. I mean, don't try and scare him, but if you were to go like that or something in his face, he'd back away. He doesn't really do that with me because he's just used to me being silly around him. He's just used to me getting up in his face. And his grips, if he has tight grips and pinches and grabs, that's very good, because look at this, he's not falling off. He's excellent balance and excellent tight grips. Another fact that I've learnt about chameleons is that their eyes, they each have a role. There's a tracking eye, and then there's the one that follows the tracking eye. I think I've figured out that his right eye is the tracking eye, because that's the one that will always focus on a bug before he eats it, and the other one will follow. He's very clever. He's got just a tiny little brain in here, but it knows all these things. Chameleons like to lick. They like to lick their surroundings, lick what they're sitting on. Generally to just kind of get a feel for what's there, get a sense of where they are. It's like, I think it's kind of a similar thing to when snakes lick the air, they're like smelling the air. I think that's a similar concept with chameleons licking things. He mainly likes to lick his bowl. I think he licks things that he really likes, things that he likes to at least sit on and sleep on, things that are comfortable. He licked me once when he was on my hand, and it was so sweet. I've never been licked by him since though. Another thing that me and some of my followers have been talking about on my live streams on Sunday, crew.tv/cavetown, follow. Chameleons, they don't pee, they sack. They have a sack when they poop. It's just like, it's nicely sealed in a little sack. It's all nicely organized into a manageable packet. He's very considerate of people cleaning up his sacks. I don't know if I want to show a picture of a chameleon poop on this show. I might get flagged, but you feel free to Google chameleon poop. It looks kind of like a slug. He kind of uses his tail as another leg. Oh, another warning sign if your chameleon is sick is his colours will start to dull. What we need to look for is if they kind of become greyish. That means they're ill or they're on their way out. But if he's looking like that, I'll just take him out, I'll let him walk around, and his colours will brighten up and he'll look beautiful like this. I know a lot of my followers have been saying that they want to get a chameleon. It is very expensive, that's the first thing I say. Casper in total, him plus his terrarium plus all the leaves and the branches and stuff in his terrarium, plus the lights, plus everything he needs really, was £900 up front about. And then he has a UV lamp and a heat lamp, which have to be on all the time. So that's gonna be another load of expenses. So he's a bit of an expensive boy to take care of, but he's very much worth it. And I love him, and I'm so glad he's part of the family. That's the first thing to think about if you want to get a chameleon. Make sure you gut load your bugs. They kind of recommend that you put the bugs in a separate kind of home and gut load them there, put apples and carrots and stuff and veggies so that he can eat them and then second-handedly get his vitamins and minerals. We don't have one of those right now, but it seems to be working fine for us if we just put some veggies and fruits in his terrarium with the bugs. If you're able to get a separate container to gut load them, then I would look into that. Another thing is hold your chameleon. If you want your chameleon to be friendly like Casper is, to not get upset at new people and stuff, make sure you hold your chameleon very often. Oh, he's getting comfortable. You're gonna witness firsthand how a chameleon, look at him. Oh wait, is he just reversing or is he getting comfy? When he gets comfy, you can feel his little hands pinching. He's comfy, look at that. Yeah, if you want your chameleon to get comfy on you and be sweet like Casper is, make sure you hold him every single day. Ever since we got him, we held him every single day. You comfy yet, buddy? You still finding your spot? I think that's the one, isn't it? That's the spot right on my thumb. So even if we're not holding him, we just like to have him out and free ranging around the house. He loves to sit on his bowl, just socializing with us, getting used to our presence, and then he hasn't had his angry colors on for over a year now. So of course, also clean his terrarium every 2 weeks. Should do 2 or 3 weeks. Just pretty much clean the terrarium whenever it looks dirty or is getting a bit stinky. I'm just gonna ask on Twitter if anyone wants to know anything about chameleon care that I haven't already mentioned. Okay, we have a question from Charlie at Kitty Girl Gamer 7. How often do you have to buy food, and what food do you buy? Oh, look, he's having a little rest. We have a standing order of locusts. You can feed them crickets, you can feed them a whole bunch of different kind of bugs. I've looked on forums and they say it's good to vary the kinds of bugs they eat, but the guy at the shop we got Casper from, the reptile center, said that he just needs a box of locusts every couple days or whenever he runs out, and he should be fine living off that plus gut loading them, and he has been fine. So I think it's different for every chameleon, but Casper's doing well with just locusts, and occasionally he gets a little grub treaty, and he loves those. He gets very excited about them. How many toes does he have? I think there's 5 on each foot. Yeah, so he has 20 toes. If these count as toes. I think these are, I mean, would these be fingers? Well, he has 5 little nubs on each foot. We have a question from Suck at Bottle Cloud. What that boy don't like you doing to it? I haven't tried it, but I assume he probably doesn't like people poking him in the eye. He doesn't like if you grab his legs or his tail and kind of restrain it. Other than that, he's a pretty easygoing cam. Molly at Hodiernal says, I live in a really cold environment. Would it be okay / safe for a cam? Well, I live in England, which is pretty cold as well. It'll be safe as long as you can keep his enclosure warm, and preferably also the room his enclosure's in warm, because obviously the air will move around the room. His enclosure needs to be at 27 degrees. Obviously, don't take a cam outside if it's cold. As long as you can afford to keep your house warm enough, then it should be perfectly fine. At Miss Sarah Unicorn says, do you have to bathe them? No. I think that the shedding is a way of cleaning themselves, getting rid of old skin. That's why he looks so much brighter after he sheds, because it's clean. He stays clean by himself, but you don't have to run him under a tap or anything. Pansy at Pansy_Lisa_ says, can you keep them with other reptiles in one terrarium? No, I don't think so, because especially males aren't comfortable living with other males. They like to be alone. They're very kind of solitary animals, unless you want to make a baby, but then that's the girl's choice, and sometimes she's not too happy with the man that wants to have a bit of fun. I don't think that's a good idea. I think he'd get very uncomfortable about that. Dirty Laundry at __Lakin_ says, what to do if the little reptile keeps falling over? I haven't figured this out yet myself, because as you will know if you follow his YouTube, he falls off a lot of things, and he likes to have a bit of a tumble. And I don't know why he's like that. I think, because I've heard from other people who have had chameleons that they're very clumsy too. And it kind of seems strange since they're supposed to be adapted to live in trees and stuff. I think they must be adapted to survive falls and to know their body's made to take the impact or something. So I don't know if there's much you can do. Sophia at Devil X Town, nice at name. Is it common for chameleons to get sick? They'll only get sick if you don't take care of them properly, really. Unless they end up having some condition that isn't really under your control. The most common thing that happens is they get dehydrated or lack of calcium. Do you have anything to say to the viewers? Check out Panthercam on YouTube and on Tumblr. It's pictures of me and videos of me sitting on things. You heard him, you heard the man. Go subscribe to Panthercam. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. And he looks like he's ready for a sleep. He's ready for a snooze. Thank you to our very special guest for being so well behaved. Have a wonderful day. And if you're gonna get a chameleon, best of luck, and make sure you take good care of it, and send me a picture because I want to see it. Thanks. Bye.
Miss me with that gay shit, nigga. Fuck out of here.